Okay, so the four things that are killing it for your business. Now, the first thing that could possibly be killing it for your business is that you're waiting for perfection before you take action. Now, what this just means is that instead of you jumping in the trenches and going straight to work and doing what you got to do, we call it action, which is income producing activity. Okay, instead of you doing the income producing activity that you need to be doing to go from 0 to 60 in your business right away, what are you doing? You're trying to perfect this, you're trying to perfect that, you're trying to get your blog straight, you're trying to get your video straight, you're trying to get your lighting straight. Instead of just getting down to business and doing what you need to be doing to become successful in your business, which is simply just to take action. You know, you learn from your mistakes. So, you know, just like when you were a kid and you learn how to ride a bike. Okay, you didn't sit there watching instructional videos on how to ride a bike all day. No. What did you do? Your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, whoever helped you out, either put those training wheels on and threw you out into the sidewalk and had you riding your bike, or they held the bike from the back when you were ready and let it go, let you get out there, get scraped up, make a mistake or two, but get right back up at it. What do you do when you fall off that horse? You get right back up on it. So that would be the first one, would be waiting for perfection instead of getting out there and getting in the trenches, digging in and doing what you need to do to become successful. Okay, number two that could possibly be holding you back in your business is focusing on the success of others instead of the action taken by those others to become successful. So what that simply means is, and don't get me wrong here, there's nothing wrong with giving somebody praise where praise is due. But you can't spend all day praising somebody and riding their coattail and, you know, thinking, hey, he's making X amount of dollars in his business. You know, he's done that time and time again. Because, see, this could be used as an excuse. Here's what you psychologically do to yourself. What you do is when you put all the praise on somebody else, you're ultimately thinking that you can't do it because, you know, this person was born that way. Like they just popped out the womb and all of a sudden, you know, success. No, success comes by reflecting back on number one. Success comes by you getting in the trenches and digging in. So this is another thing that can stop you from getting your butt in the trenches, digging into what you need to be doing to become successful in your business and just in life in general. Okay, so instead of focusing on so much the success of others, why not either ask that person, get some coaching, some mentoring, or whatever you got to do to find out the steps that they took to get their business or their life from point A to point B going 60 miles an hour, okay? Now, let's get into number three. Number three is just simply making excuses for your unsuccessfulness. And this could be anything. This could be from you know, well, I'm not technically savvy. I don't know about the computer. I'm not sure how to work this. I'm not sure how to work that. Now, there's 1,000,001 excuses that you can use in this instance as to why, and again, back to action, why you're not getting your butt in gear and getting into action on what you need to be doing to become successful in your business. But just like there's 1,000,001 excuses why, there's 1,000,001 ways around those excuses. If you can't, like they say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So if you can't do it one way right away, until you, back to number one, become a little bit better, because you're never going to be perfect, until you become a little bit better at doing this, why not just go around it and find another way to get it done? Okay? So very easily you can, you know, if you know how to Google or whatever, you can find out another way around it to get it done, so you don't have to be so technically savvy until you learn to be a little bit more technically savvy, okay? So that's number three as to what's killing it for your business. Now the fourth one, we already did the third one. The fourth one would be trying to do all the explaining yourself, especially when you're brand new. Now I've seen this happen a lot where, you know, someone will come say, hey, you're pretty successful at your business, you know, What exactly is it that your business does? What do you do? I mean, what is your business? Explain it to me. And this is where people make the mistake. They stand there and they try to cram a 40-minute presentation into 2 minutes of them explaining the rundown to their business. And we got a saying for this. The saying is that curiosity satisfied, okay, interest lost. Curiosity satisfied, interest lost. Meaning once you pacify that curiosity that someone has about the business, then they're not curious anymore, because in their mind they already have an excuse as to why they can't do it. They already have a ton of other excuses in their head, and they simply dismiss it off. So what are they going to say when you give them that 3-minute presentation, quick, express presentation right there in Starbucks? What are they going to say? They're going to tell you, hey, okay, well, I'll check it out and I'll get back to you. And you're probably never going to hear from them again, honestly. So the proper thing to do would be to tell them that you have a system in place that does all the explaining for you, and all they need to go do is go to www. whatever your website is, where they can watch a 10-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute, whatever the length of time is, video, or whatever the presentation is, and then they can simply get back to you with their interest level or with their questions or whatever. Okay, that's the proper way to go about doing it, because if you're in the right business and you have in place the right system, the right funnels, the right things that's going to take them from 0 to 60 as far as their knowledge of your business is in place, then it's going to do all the capturing their information. It's going to do all the teaching, all the explaining. It's going to do all the follow-ups for you, so you can get back to doing your job, which is simply to find leads or prospects, to funnel them into your system so that you can get the proper results that you want to get, okay? So let's recap real quick on these 4 things that are probably the main 4 things that are killing it in your business. The first one was waiting for perfection before you take action. The second one was focusing on the success of others instead of action taken to be successful by those others. The third one is making excuses for your own unsuccessfulness. And the fourth one is trying to do all the explaining yourself, cramming it into a 2-minute presentation, okay? So once again, you can click on the link at the bottom to find more helpful marketing tips like this on my blog. And once again, this is Aaron Tyler signing off, and I'll see you at the top.